Welcome, folks. I'm Jaby Koay, joined by Achara Kirk.
What's up?
We're watching Loki, Season 1, Episode 1. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a 5-minute cut-down version of our reaction because that's all we're allowed to show. But if you want to watch the entire reaction, uncut, uninterrupted, you can head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Jaby Koay, where you can watch it along with us. However, you'll need your own Disney Plus subscription because, like I said, we can only show you 5 minutes picture-in-picture. You'll have to open up the show in an adjacent window to our reaction, and it's like you're watching it along with us. We'll give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown to make it easier for you to get in sync with us. Anywho, here we go. Loki, Season 1, Episode 1. A special shout out to Sintel, at Sintel, on YouTube and Instagram for allowing us to use this space for this first episode.
When in New York. Okay.
On my way down to coordinate search and rescue. On my way down to coordinate search and rescue.
Oh my god.
And here we are.
Oh my god. Finally.
Gotta find out where he went. Nice touch.
I didn't even register that for a second.
Okay.
You know, for some reason in my ignorant head, I always thought Mongolia was a cold place.
I mean, deserts can be cold.
Yeah, but just like snowy and,
Oh, okay.
you know, like, not like this.
Let's keep moving.
I am Loki of Asgard. Never mind.
Appears to be a standard sequence violation. Variant identified. On behalf of the Time Variance Authority, I hereby arrest you for crimes against the sacred timeline.
It's been a very long day. Now get out of my way.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. Oh my god.
Okay.
You're now moving at 1/16th speed, but feeling all that pain in real time.
Dang, that's lethal. What about the Tesseract?
Reset the timeline.
What does that do?
It's like Men in Black.
It's like, you were never here.
Yeah.
Beep boop.
Your little job. How do you like that?
This is really cool. It's sinister and cute at the same time. Oh. Hello.
Hang on just a minute.
What? Oh, kitty. Oh my god, you're so cute.
Please sign to verify this is everything you've ever said.
What?
Sign this too.
Shh. No, just shut up.
And this.
Zip it. Dang, that's a lot of paper. This is just absurd.
Please confirm to your knowledge that you are not a fully robotic being.
Do a lot of people not know if they're robots?
Thank you for your confirmation. Please move through.
What?
What if I was a robot and I didn't know it?
The machine would melt you from the inside out. Please move along, sir.
Oh my god.
What's that?
Your temporal aura.
What's that?
Please, through the door.
God, it's so frustrating. It's like, just tell me.
Take a ticket.
Welcome to the Time Variance Authority. I'm Miss Minutes. But then the all-knowing timekeepers emerged, bringing peace by reorganizing the multiverse into a single timeline. But sometimes people like you veer off the path the timekeepers created. We call those variants. Maybe you started an uprising, or were just late for work, leading to another multiversal war.
Okay.
The TVA has stepped in to fix your mistake and set time back on its predetermined path. Now that you're time, always.
I tried to ask that guy for a ticket. What are you raising your voice with me, Buckethead?
It's in your pocket.
Thanks for visiting the TVA. Don't hesitate to let us know how we're doing.
That cartoon was like both cute and sinister at the same time.
It's fun.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, my sister used to live there. Not in 1549.
Stab wounds look consistent with the others. Reset charge is gone.
Who's the kid?
Just some rando, I think.
Oh.
Tu sais qui a fait ça?
The devil?
Don't worry, that devil's afraid of us. We're gonna take care of him.
Sir, there's something you'll want to see.
How do you plead?
Madam, a god doesn't plead.
Really? And who should we have?
I suspect the Avengers.
What they did was supposed to happen. You escaping was not.
Guilty. Of this.
He can't do magic.
What's going on?
Hang on. Everyone quiet.
Magic powers. They're no good in the TVA, Mr. Laufeyson. And I sent it to you to be reset. Next case, please.
Reset.
What's resetting?
What, is it bad? What does it mean?
Sounds really bad.
And who are you?
I'm your partner.
I'm gonna burn this place to the ground. I thought there was no magic here. There isn't.
Wow. That's a lot of tech.
This place is a nightmare.
That's another department. Now that department I'll help you burn down.
If the TVA truly oversees all of time, how have I never heard of you until now?
Because you've never needed to. You've always lived within your set path.
I live within whatever path I choose.
That's what you think.
The timekeepers have built quite the circus, and I see the clowns are playing their parts to perfection.
Big metaphor guy. I love it. Makes you sound super smart.
I am smart.
That's interesting.
What's he doing?
It's funny, for someone born to rule, you sure do lose a lot. Do you enjoy hurting people? Making them feel small?
I know what I am.
A murderer?
A liberator.
Look at that smile. You're really good at doing awful things and then just getting away.
What can I say? I'm a mischievous scamp.
Absolutely. Is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
I have a bomb.
Okay. Oh.
I can't believe you were D.B. Cooper. Come on.
I was young and I lost a bet to Thor. Where was the
Running from.
Enough.
Oh my god.
Back in your cage.
I was just standing up to make a point.
Do you enjoy killing?
I'll kill you.
What, like you did your mother?
Oh.
Sorry, the time twister just loops you, not the furniture. And suffering and death. That's how it is, that's how it was, that's how it will be. All so that others can achieve their best versions of themselves.
Oh man, that's rough. Oh buddy, I feel for you. Did he steal the...
We have a situation.
There's always a situation. Okay, Loki, I think we can finish up.
He escaped.
I think you're right.
It seemed like a little maneuver.
Mischievous scamp.
Where'd he go? Oh, okay, nice one.
Give me the Tesseract or I'll gut you like a fish, Casey.
What's a fish?
But what difference does it make?
I want to know exactly what I'm being threatened with before I comply.
Death, Casey. Violent.
What? Infinity Stones? How do you have these?
Oh, we actually got a lot of those.
What?
Some of the guys use them as paperweights.
What? Oh, there's so many. He's like, what place is this?
Is this the greatest power in the universe?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Why uh-oh?
He's gonna see things he shouldn't see about his future, potentially. He's catching up on all the Marvel movies.
Yep. Dang, some things are just not meant to see. Oh. Oh. Where did you send her to?
Behind the door, probably.
What happened to her?
I don't enjoy hurting people.
Okay, explain that to me.
Because it's part of the illusion.
But maybe I can offer you something better.
Glorious purpose.
Fugitive variant's been our Minutemen.
And you need the God of Mischief to help you stop them. Why me?
The variant we're hunting is you.
I thought so.
Oh.
I thought so. I thought that might have been the case, but I didn't want to make a stupid guess.
That makes sense, actually. Like, who better?
Someone's out there.
Oh, we're gonna see him. Oh. Is he just collecting those? We don't see him!
Right off the bat, I did not know the pacing was going to be this way, but I enjoy it a lot. It's a lot slower than I was expecting, but I think that it actually works very, very well for the show, at least for the first episode. I don't know if I would enjoy that for the entire duration of the show, but the way it was breaking him down was quite spectacular, because you have this guy who's not only larger than life, he believes he's larger than life. He's burdened with glorious purpose, and here you have this guy.
He's like all bravado.
Right, and but like to cut him down and make him reveal that he knows that about himself is kind of amazing, because we've never seen Loki taken apart that way and just, dismantled emotionally and mentally and completely humbled in that way.
Well, like from a psychological viewpoint, right? From a psychological standpoint, it's really interesting the way they do that, because you see from how he's acting, he is that person who, like he says, it's all an illusion, right? Because he's just trying to project that image of being strong and being formidable,
powerful,
when really he's just a weak, scared guy. And like you really see that, like it's almost, when they say like you see the inner child, like you see from his reaction to all of those memories that he has about like the interactions with his mother and how bad he feels that he inadvertently caused her death, and then also like the moments that he had with Thor and then with his father
in the future.
And then you see like how much that means to him, that validation, and that all he's really looking for is that validation from his family, because he's just like that awkward younger brother who's like a half brother and doesn't really fit in, and you know, like Thor's so perfect, Thor's so strong, Thor's so wonderful, and he's just like, somebody pay attention to me, you know. And so like the his whole purpose of trying to be king of Midgard and everything, it's all just a ploy to be like, I am worthy.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this whole like Rocket Man thing in the first episode like this. The way it just kind of took him through therapy like that.
Yeah.
It was very, very fascinating. I really, really enjoy Owen Wilson in this role as I anticipated I would. I think the most profound moment for me that took me a while to process was when he grabbed the Tesseract and he saw all the Infinity Stones and they're like, oh, we just use that as paperweight. It's like, that's how powerful this place is.
Yeah.
It's like it completely diminishes everything that we held as the most important in the previous installments in the Marvel franchise. Like those Infinity Stones were everything. There were wars fought over these Infinity Stones, and in this world, it's like it's just paperweight.
Yeah, they're just little trinkets. There's so many of them, like whatever.
Well, this really helps to introduce ideas that people try to dumb down in science for common people like ourselves, which is like, we're talking about aliens right now, right? And potentially visiting Earth. But the whole thing is, why would aliens ever talk to us? It's like us trying to talk to an amoeba, as Sintel would put it.
Right.
Or us trying to talk to monkeys at the zoo. Like, we don't try to talk to monkeys at the zoo. We don't try to talk to animals at the zoo. They're animals, right? So aliens traveling light years across space would act the same way towards us. And that sort of disparity in terms of magic and power seems to be the same here, where these Infinity Stones are just toys in this environment, whereas in our world, they're everything.
Right.
You know, that's weird. Just to give you that crazy disparity in like a few seconds like that, and to see Loki humbled in that way and realizing what power is, it's wild. Like, that's a wild place to go. I really, really like the setup for this.
Yeah, and then finding out right off the bat that, in fact, the antagonist that they're looking for is Loki, but like another version of him. And so I'm curious to see, you know, just how powerful and different this version of Loki is from the Loki that we know.
Well, in a way, there's this sort of a trilogy between the shows that we're getting from Disney Plus this year. I mean, at least thus far, which is the enemy really at the end of the day is yourself. That's a very, very interesting theme to be weaving through these three shows, whether it's WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or Loki. It's like that seems to be the running theme right now. But here it's like the most overt, like the enemy is yourself.
It's literally you.
Yeah. And there's a huge psychological component to all three of these shows, at least thus far expressed. I don't know if this psychological angle is just the setup to get Loki on board with this adventure, or if this is going to continue to make itself shown throughout the show as he learns about himself more and more and goes through his own story arc over the course of the show.
Yeah, I really hope that it's that, because I find that just so fascinating, because, you know, I find that fascinating about people in general, and then also to just have that be a part of the character, kind of learning about his own shortcomings and how to grow and improve and all of that, and how, you know, his relationships affect him. I think that's great.
Yeah, the whole scene where he sat back down with the tape of his life.
Yeah.
I was very concerned when he sat down to watch that stuff. I'm like, you're gonna, again, as Sintel says, you can't unscramble those eggs. Like, it's now you've seen it, you can't unsee these things. There's no undo button for that.
It's like,
right?
like I said, some things just aren't meant to be seen.
Right, and so as soon as he sat down, I'm like, I know where this is going, and it's not gonna be good. He's gonna find out something he shouldn't, and now he's seen everything. But in a way, maybe he was meant to. It's like now you step further and further back. It's like, okay, what is the timeline that is supposed to be? Is that part of the timeline that is supposed to be? You can kind of break your brain trying to think about it. But we watched the breakdown from, is it New Rockstars? Talking about the city and whatnot. And I guess he was right about the city, like what that timeline thing was, that building in the middle. I thought he was just taking a shot in the dark, but I think he is accurate about that. It's really neat the way that they're giving us this information, because that little animation that was sort of explaining what this environment is.
Yeah.
Cute, 2D, flat, and all that actually helped a lot.
Yes.
It dumbed it down. It dumbed down these really, really big ideas in a very matter-of-fact way, in a very quick and easy digestible way, which I very much appreciate. And I'm hoping that most people watching this can appreciate, because like when I first watched The Matrix, I had no issue with, you know, understanding everything going on in that movie, but I know a lot of people had issues when that film first came out.
Right.
Or even with Inception, same thing. Like, I got it, but there's a lot of people who are like, oh, what? And they're just like confused, and I understand why they might get confused. And so likewise here, I'm wondering how many people, you totally got that, right? Like that was, yeah, so I'm very excited about where this is going, and this is just the setup. Like,
yeah,
this is cool, and I'm on board for, yeah, I'm like,
Well,
I was already excited from the commercials, and now this has got me even more pumped, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm super stoked for it, and I mean, I loved Owen Wilson as well. I don't know what it is, like, he's really good in this role, but he's still himself, but yet he's still different. Do you know what I mean? Like, I buy him as this character, but there's still certain Owen Wilsonisms that are coming out, and I love them.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like Save the Cat, the same but slightly different.
Yeah, same, a little bit different.
Just slightly different.
But
yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
I like this flavor.
I think his personality and the performance he's bringing to the table is perfect. And I think it also has to do something with aging into the role, because he's an older guy now. I don't know if that hair color is natural, but I think that he's actually appropriately aged into this kind of thing where he feels like that calm and patient big brother.
Yeah, like a mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really think that this works very, very well for him. And Loki's acting, some of the reservations I had about Tom Hiddleston's acting from the commercials, they all showed up here. And I'm thinking that from here on out, that's about all it was. You know, anything I expressed concerns about in the trailer reactions, they were already shown themselves here, and we've moved on from it now.
Well, like, I appreciate watching him in this, like, doing that Loki, because it seems to me like, you know, his very Shakespearean classical actor training coming out, and he's pulling all of that out of the bag, and I'm enjoying it a lot. But maybe, as you seem to be saying, it is part of that, like, facade, bravado of the character, which is, you know, like, look at me put on a front and be all like, oh, I'm the big shot, I'm the big man, I'm scary and powerful. But now all of that has been stripped away, so we can get him, like, more real and vulnerable.
Yeah, it all tapered off towards the end of the episode, and I realized all my reservations were basically unfounded, because it's...
Well, he's playing a character.
He's playing a character that eventually falls apart.
Yeah.
And so it's on purpose so that he has somewhere to go, which is a more, like you just said, a more real place, a more human place. It makes him way more accessible.
Yes.
And so he has just, like, become even more interesting as a character. So you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you're watching this on Patreon, thanks so much for supporting us here. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and vote this video up. Check out our other reactions, reviews, short films, vlogs, and interviews. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Achara Kirk.
Peace out.